pleased to tell you that your friend Mallory has come a long way. She's become my go-to wizard for all manner of errands. Meantime, I have spent much time searching for information about the Cabal, but Malistair's journal remains our best lead. You may recall the reference to the initials G and D. I must believe this refers to Duncan Grimwater, since we know he's involved. To that end, Mallory has tracked Duncan down, but I want you to help confront him, so when you can, please join Mallory in Old Town.
Finally! I thought I'd be standing here forever. Headmaster Ambrose said you'd come, but I had my doubts. How are things in Mirage? Really? Grandfather Spider plans to turn back the sands of time? Wow! That's got to have something to do with the Eye of History. Since you left, I've been helping Ambrose on this end, and it's been about 1,000,000 times more fun. Now, we get to confront Duncan Grimwater. To Triton Avenue, then. That's where Duncan's hiding out. This'll be just like old times. You take the lead, and I've got your back.
Aw, man, not you again! When you beat me back at Malistair's house, it pretty much ruined my chances of joining the Cabal.
Not before you brokered the deal with Malistair and took the Eye of History. We're on to you, Duncan.
Wait, you think I'm the Cabal's agent? Psha, I wish. I already told you they've rejected me at every turn. And I'm not saying who the real agent is either. If she found out, I'd never be able to walk down Firecat Alley again. Ah, I didn't say that.
Thank you, Duncan. Wizard, I think we got what we came for, didn't we? Let's go tell Ambrose.
Well, isn't this a treat? Seeing the two of you together warms my heart. Oh, but tell me, what did you learn from Duncan Grimwater?
Apparently, Duncan's not the agent after all, but he gave us a clue. It's a she who lives on Firecat Alley. Any idea who it could be?
She lives on Firecat Alley and has the initials G and D. Aha! Of course! It makes perfect sense. Greta Darkkettle.
Wait, you mean that batty old witch who's always talking about curses?
Yes, Greta knew about the Death School before anyone else. Oh, and then she remained in Wizard City even after resigning from Ravenwood. We must move fast. Wizard, you and Mallory must go question Greta right away. Be careful. She's clearly more dangerous than we realized.
Drat! She's not here! But she can't have gotten far. Let's look for clues to where she's gone.
The document appears to be a standard Wizard City property deed, but strangely, it's for the house across the street.
Ooh, what's that? A deed for the house across the street? Sounds like a solid clue to me. Let's investigate. Look at this place. A secret Cabal safe house right under our noses this whole time. And there's a trap door. I wonder what's down there. I don't know what, but I do know who. Greta Darkkettle. Let's go.
Look here, it's the Curse Breaker, the Banshee's Bane. I had a feeling you'd eventually catch on. And now you found our safe house, too. You know, I actually had my eye on you at one point. I thought you'd be a good recruit for the Cabal, better than that dingbat Grimwater. But of course you were loyal to Ambrose, and then you had to go and join the Arcanum. Ugh! Oh yes, we know all about the Arcanum. Just as the Arcanum knows all about the Cabal. Ah, but they haven't been honest about that, have they? Now you'll never know the truth! amateur hour. The Cabal! So you would drive me out of Wizard City? Fine, I'll go. But know this, the Arcanum is not what you think. They've been lying all along. Did you know that at first, I only suspected you as a Cabal spy? Of course not. She told you lies then, just as she tells you lies now. You chose the wrong side, Wizard. But it's no matter at this point. We both know time itself is slipping away, don't we? Goodbye, fool!
Whoa, that was heavy. You really think she's telling the truth? No way. I can't believe the Arcanum would do that. Look, you should go and clear this up with the Arcanum. I'm going to ask Ambrose for permission to help you in Mirage. I'll catch up.
And just where do you think you're going, Initiate? Ione gave me specific instructions. She's not to be disturbed. You can't...
You dare to storm into my office? Fitzhume told you to stop. You what? You confronted an agent of the Cabal? Alone? I feel shocked. So the Cabal agent said we were lying to you. I've spoken no falsehoods, but I haven't told you the entire truth either. I had to be sure first. We knew the Cabal was watching you, and that you were tainted by shadow magic. Actually, we subjected Velma von Venkman to the same scrutiny. It's true, we know about the Cabal. Its leaders were once in the Arcanum, before the Schism. But initiates are never privy to this knowledge. Very well, the time has clearly come. I can say no more until you become an understudy. Fortunately, your eligibility has already been approved. To advance to the rank of Arcanum Understudy, you must now speak with Cyril Cassini and face the appropriate trial. Then return.
Aha! The face of the Arcanum's future stands again before the Arbiter practice. I knew from our duel that you would be a rising star here. And you are now eligible to face the trial of the Understudy, yes? That is the quickest turnaround for an initiate I have ever seen. But I am confident you will do well once again. You are familiar with the trial chambers. The door to this one is back out in the hallway. Face the trial of the Understudy, and if you succeed, you may simply return to Ione. Until next time, my friend.
The trial chamber is much like the others, but your opponent is far more exotic. It's an elemental that seems to be made from the void itself. During the duel, it seemed as though the elemental was seeking to absorb your life essence. As the elemental dissipates, however, it feels as though you are magnetically propelled in the opposite direction.
I suppose I should say congratulations. You are now an Arcanum understudy with the benefits and the responsibilities that entails. As an understudy, you will have a private office to decorate and use however you like. You will find the entrance just down the hall. As to the truth about the Cabal, you now have clearance for this knowledge. I already told you that they were once part of the Arcanum. I could tell you the entire story, but it would take many hours, and I feel unprepared to do so. The Cabal's work was performed in what we now call the Forbidden Wing, behind the warded door. We do not go in there under any circumstances. There is a small library, however, where we keep historical records about the Schism. It is simplest for you to learn about the history there. Visit the Schism Reading Room, read about the past there, and then return and we will discuss the future.
Ah, the Arcanum's newest understudy in the flesh, no less. How delightful! No, I don't want to talk about Mallory. This is about you. I have an opportunity for you, young one. Oh, yes. While you're dashing hither and thither, you might do us both a favor. You see, there's this playful little spell I've been working on, and I just need one last component that just so happens to come from Mirage. Yes, what I need is a Byzantium basket. You'll find one in the old Mottoman cave near Caravan. Now, go to. I'll be waiting.
Yet another archaeologist? This treasure is too valuable for a museum. Besides, it was my ancestors who left it. At least I think. Either way, I am a pirate, and I am taking it. All of it. You have bested me today, Wayfarer. These treasures are yours. There will always be another day, however. You'd be wise to watch your back.
You search the treasure chest and find the Byzantium basket. It smells of animals and ancient wicker, but yet it's oddly charming.
Aha! The Byzantium basket! You found it! Imagine the interesting things we could stuff in such a basket. Ah, but this is for the spell. Here you go, understudy. This is the Snake Charmer spell. It should really capture your enemy's attention. Have fun with it!
The small library is as still and silent as a tomb. The secrets in here were hidden because they were too painful for the scholars to bear. The massive book would take years, if not decades, to read in its entirety. But fortunately, you find a summary section. Centuries ago, the first scholars came together to study the mysteries of magic and the secrets of the spiral. Some among the scholars became convinced the spiral was doomed and that restoring the first world was the only hope for the future. They knew countless lives would be lost, so they began building the Arcanum to protect a group of survivors they would select. But others among the scholars opposed the dark plan. The two sides fought. The first group was defeated and exiled. They formed the Cabal. The other group of scholars finished building what became the Arcanum, but used it instead as a base for their studies and experiments. To this day, the Cabal continues to search for a way to restore the First World at any cost. The Arcanum wages a secret war to stop them.
You know the entire truth now, the darkest part. You also understand why we cannot devote all our time to scholarly matters. As you read, the Cabal seeks to restore the First World. It is a mad, catastrophic plan that would destroy the Spiral and everything in it. Kisma has confirmed that the Cabal took the Eye of History to Mirage, hoping all along they could somehow use it to reverse the sands of time. We assume that Grandfather Spider's collusion with them has acted as a catalyst, so their plans are now dangerously close to fruition. Thus, it is imperative you return to Mirage and find a way to stop them. Speak to Kisma before you leave. Good luck, understudy.
Congratulations on your advancement to understudy. Let us hope we can prevent your achievement from being short-lived. I believe I only informed you of my efforts to investigate the Cabal's activities in Mirage. The Silent Sabers have helped uncover the truth. As on other worlds, the Cabal has spent years embedding their agents. We believe they've infiltrated the Order of the Chronomancers. So return and reconnect with your contacts, but then make haste to the Chronoverge and expose them if you can. Stay strong, understudy.
At last, the Wanderer of Worlds returns. While you were away, I did some wandering of my own, but I found few insights in the sands. What I found instead was this young cat who has disturbing revelations about what's underway at the Chronoverge.
Indeed. Wizard, perhaps you remember me from Xerxes' tomb? After we parted, I returned to the Chronoverge, but soon learned a terrible truth. Chronomaster Devlin and the others are all part of some group known as the Cabal. They've seized control and reversed the sands of time. Even if I were able to get back into the Chronoverge and defeat them, I wouldn't have the foggiest notion of how to set things aright again.
There may yet be a way. At the Spiral's dawn, it said Grandmother Raven safeguarded the secrets of time with a being known as the Chronicle. If you could consult this Chronicle, but I don't know where, only that it's believed to be inside the Timeless Tower.
The Timeless Tower? That's in the Zruvan Grotto. It's forbidden, but... Wizard, quickly, to Shadowwock Canyons. I'll show you the way. There! That must be the entrance to the Zruvan Grotto. I heard it was more difficult to find, but I suppose we shouldn't complain. This appears to be the place. We studied the lore in Chronomancer training, but frankly, I wasn't the best student. There's a scroll keeper involved and, something Timeless Tower. I can't recall. Worst case, I suppose we get killed. If time reverses, theoretically, we'd come back again. So, what do we have to lose, right? Let's start by getting a closer look. Wait, it's coming back to me. These Guardians were the first cats, ancestors to House Persian, but duty-bound to remain here even in death. I suppose that doesn't really help us much, does it? Let's try to get one of them to tell us where to find this scroll keeper. In the name of House Persian, and by my authority as a Chronomancer, I command you, Guardian, tell us where to find the Scroll Keeper.
Ah, what? House who? I don't think your titles carry much weight here, but you're looking for the Scroll Keeper? Maybe she's in the House of Scrolls. I mean, I'm just guessing, but that does seem like the obvious choice. Either way, our duty's done. We were told to guard this place for eternity, but no one said what to do when defeated. I say, we are released.
Aha! It's about time. You must be the new scroll couriers. Are you picking up or dropping off?
That depends. Do any of these scrolls tell us how to get into the Timeless Tower? If so, then we're picking up.
I don't keep secrets like that on paper. Besides, what business have you in the Timeless Tower? Wait a minute. You're not couriers, are you? Whoever you are, you made a wrong turn somewhere. Unfortunately, it was a fatal mistake. I will see you purged! Hold back. I admit it. I'm unfurled. What are you going to do? Destroy all the scrolls?
Of course not. It would be a crime to destroy such a wealth of knowledge. We simply want the secret to entering the Timeless Tower.
Very well. But I warn you, entering the Timeless Tower without invitation will incur Grandmother Raven's wrath. If you won't be deterred, then take this tinder and light the braziers of seconds and centuries. That will unseal the doors to the tower.
Great Sans, what happened? Oh dear. This is quite fascinating, really. It seems we've somehow been transported in time. This is clearly the Zruvan Grotto, but this is way back before it was buried in sand, when the first Guardians yet lived. Did we do this? No. More likely it's the Sands of Time. Let's hurry, though we'll have to defeat the guards again. Or, for the first time.
Believe it. On duty for such a short time and already defeated. No one told us what to do if this happened.
Actually, we've just come from the Scroll Keeper. She wanted to test you, and of course you failed. So you can go now. You're released.
That doesn't seem fair, not being warned or anything. But I guess it means we can have lives after all. No complaints here.
That seems to have done the trick. I guess we can enter the Timeless Tower now. But what in the sands we can expect inside, I have no idea.
You enter the Timeless Tower, expecting almost anything. But what's really surprising is that it's a familiar sight.
Jehoiakatan, wanderers. I do not know what purpose brings you to the Timeless Tower, but by order of Grandmother Raven, entry is restricted.
It's nice to be greeted in such a civil fashion. We simply wish an audience with the Chronicle. If you could point us in the right direction.
By the Spiral's light, am I to be tested so soon? My fellow Luvalim have not even arrived to establish the trials. I will do my duty, however. You will not gain entry to the Chronicle's chamber. I will protect the portal with my life if I must. Jehoiasharam, I am defeated. But if you enter that portal, you do so in defiance of Grandmother Raven herself. You will earn her wrath.
You fought with honor, Vigilant. We do not relish acting in defiance of you or Grandmother Raven, but we have no choice. All that's subjected to the ravages of time. I never imagined. I heard legends, but to behold this being, I am truly humbled. It is your place to consult the Chronicle Wizard. I will stand aside. I am merely honored to witness this event.
Time is no circle, but the impact of this moment is critical in both future and past. Distant we see, the sundering was stopped, but the matter of sand remains unsettled. The light winces, but for the moment the shadow's tale must be told. It was Titan's tantrums that interrupted the First World's dance, but for Raven it also meant the end of all romance. Spider's love was unbridled and unbound, but also unspoken. As Raven cast him down, Spider's heart was broken. When the spiral was woven with trees' inspiring song, Raven brought light and order, yet something was wrong. Their creation was flawed without Spider's presence. So she stole the broken chaos heart to charge the spiral's essence. The tale is told, and the moment realized. The sand may stay unsettled, but without the heart, the spiral's expiration is assured.
Sorry, I couldn't help but overhear a few bits and pieces there. I have to say, it didn't sound very promising, did it? Perhaps Santiago can make some sense of the message. Yes, let's return to Caravan, assuming it's there, of course. Worth a try?
I understand what drove you to defy my servants, but this was unnecessary. You have now been exposed to knowledge unfit for any mortal. Judge me not for what you learned. If I chose otherwise, there would be no spiral. Doomed as it may be, it has still been a glorious ride. For the moment, I've set time aright again. To reset the sands, you must reclaim the Chrono Shards and the Eye of History from the Chrono Verge. But make no mistake about my intentions. The priority now is to destroy Spider for once and all, whatever the cost. Do not fail me in this.
I believe my mind has just been blown, and not for the first time today. I'll give you a moment to yourself. Meet me back in Caterwall Canyons. I won't pretend to understand everything that's going on here, or even all of what's at stake, but we do have a chance to save the Spiral. I'm going directly to the Chronoverge to try and assess the situation there, what it will take to breach the Cabal's defenses. You should report back to Santiago and let him know what we've learned. Then, come and join me at the Chronoverge. Together, we will find a way to face whatever forces oppose us. I'm sure of it. See you at the Chronoverge.
I can see by your expression that whatever you discovered in the Timeless Tower was far from an assurance of our success. Perhaps you are more encouraged, however, by the arrival of this inquisitive young woman who claims to be one of your closest friends.
Well, I didn't say that exactly. I just said we went back a ways. And we do. So I came to help. From what I just heard, you need it.
Indeed, time is of the essence, quite literally. So I won't ask for all the details, Wanderer. Just tell me what we need to do. Back to the Chronoverge, then? If you feel equipped to face whatever awaits you there, then do not delay. May the winds be with you, both of you.
Wow! This really is just like old times. You and me looking up at one of the wonders of the Spiral, fighting the odds to save the day. Things have gotten better for me at Ravenwood. The school's really grown on me, but it still pales in comparison to this. Not to be sappy, but whatever happens up there, I want you to know that adventuring with you is my favorite thing. All right, let's go.
It appears a fierce battle was fought here. Any loyal chronomancers who remained were incapacitated by the Cabal's infiltrators.
I can't believe how easily my fellow Chronomancers were defeated. These Cabal members must have planned this for years. Even more disturbing, the sands of time have been reversed again. Whatever reprieve Grandmother Raven gave us was certainly short-lived.
I'm sure she did everything she could. I'm Mallory, by the way. You can think of me as the wizard's personal assistant. I help get the job done.
I'm glad you came along. I would be of little assistance at this point. The Cabal clearly has a way of countering Chronomancer magic. That's the portal that leads down to the surface within the Sands of Time, but the Chronomaster has closed the blast door to block entry. Before we can do anything else, you'll need to storm his office in the chapter hall and reopen the portal blast door.
Yes, it's the one from the Arcanum. I've waited my entire career for an opportunity to face one of our mortal enemies in combat.
Don't be overconfident. Arcanum members are formidable adversaries. Remember our training. There's a method to ensure victory. Use it.
so much for their methods. I say winging it is better. It's more fun, too. Let's keep going.
Come to join me in savoring the Spiral's last few minutes? It's quite an occasion. The Cabal has labored towards this goal for centuries. You helped too with the Chronoshards and liberating Grandfather Spider. He made this possible, you know, and now he's doing all the work. And no need to worry, we're quite safe here. We'll be shepherded through the Spiral's annihilation and into the dawn of a new first world.
You're as sick and twisted as Grandfather Spider is, and you'll soon realize how wrong you really are.
Ah, yes. I misspoke. I said we. That's not entirely accurate. You will meet your doom right here and now, at my hand. So what? You defeat me. You reactivate the portal. You enter the sands of time. And what? You defeat Grandfather Spider? Ha! You have no hope.
That must be the way to reopen the blast door. Hit it and let's go.
Thank the sands you succeeded! The portal is active, and you can now enter the sands of time. I'll remain here to keep the Chronoverge from falling back into the Cabal's clutches. I'd be little help down there anyhow. Take the portal down and do whatever you must to reclaim the Chronoshards and the Eye of History. That should reset the sands. Whatever power my wishes may have, I send them along with you. The fate of Mirage and all the Spiral hangs in the balance. Godspeed, Wizard.
Surprised to hear it, but I actually waited for you to finish this. You've worked so hard. I wanted to at least give you a chance.
Really? You'd risk your master plan of destroying the Spiral just for the opportunity to rub our noses in it?
I would. It's one of the prerogatives of being a primal divine force. I can be as petty and absurd as I want. But look at you, young lady. All grown up. Confident and outspoken. Another drop of potential lost amid this sea of mediocrity. And you, Wizard. With you I feel a special kinship at this point. That's why I've prepared a gift of sorts. A surprise from your past. Using the Eye of History, I found a few creatures who sorely hoped to see you again. You'll find them guarding the Chronoshards. If you manage to overcome each of them, I'll be waiting with the Eye of History. You might want to be quick. Time is slipping away.
I can't believe this. When Grandfather Spider dragged me from the grave, I thought he was pulling my leg, and he was. Ha ha! But how could I pass up even a remote chance to face you again? And with shadow magic. If only I had this before. Come, give me my vengeance.
the guy from Unicorn Way? Wow! When Grandfather Spider said he was digging up the past, I never dreamed he'd go that far back. I wonder who's next. Grab that Chrono Shard and let's go to the next dune.
As you collect the Chrono Shard, it dissolves one of the shadow rays that was projected into the sands of time.
You stole all my fame and glory, and with no showmanship whatsoever! Now I will finally get my rematch, and prove I am the best warrior!
So, have you noticed I'm a little more helpful than before? Oh, okay, good. I kept waiting for you to say something. Not that I'm trying to take all the credit, of course. You still seem to be holding your own. But hey, we're better together, right? Sorry, I'm veering into Sappy Land again, aren't I? Let's just get the Chrono Shard and head to the next dune.
As you collect the Chrono Shard, it dissolves another one of the shadow rays that was projected into the sands of time.
Brillig is past, and arrived is my hour. You once took my hearts, but left my head. Now I've grown in power. This time, you will be dead.
Just stay, Kaloo Kalay. Yep, I know all that stuff. Baba Yaga has a thing for fairy tales and weird poems. I'm not complaining, though. It comes in handy at times like these. Gives me something clever to say, at least. All right, get that last Chrono Shard and then meet me back outside. Then we'll go and finally face Grandfather Spider.
As you collect the Chrono Shard, it dissolves the third shadow ray that was projected into the sands of time. Only one remains.
It looks like whatever hold the shadow magic has on the sands of time is weakened, but there's just that one final strand. I have to tell you, I'm nervous about this. What we have to do in there is beyond anything we've faced. I mean, this is Spider himself. Baba Yaga used to always say, when you've got a dreadful task to undertake, it's best just to get on with it. I guess she's right. This time, though, it's my turn to go first. I'll see you in the dunes. There he is, just waiting for us. For a primal force who plans to destroy the spiral, he sure does make this seem personal. Let's get him.
And at long last, the inevitable showdown between the forces of light and shadow. It's not so clear-cut, however, is it, Tainted One? But battle we must. Though with the sands of time in such a state, I suspect it will add quite an unpredictable dynamic to this contest. Who knows? It might help you win. Of course, the odds of defeating a supreme being such as I, well, they are slim. But come, give me your best. Enough! Though I cannot imagine how. You've defeated me, Wizard. I underestimated you. Indeed, I may have underestimated the spiral as a whole. But tell me, what will you do now? You are aware that Raven used my heart to power her creation, destroy me, and you destroy the spiral. So the question is, are you willing to sacrifice everything you know just to destroy me?
Wait a minute! You're really going to back off? Now? When we have him weakened? I can't believe it! Mother was right about you, wasn't she? Oh, come on! You didn't figure out that Baba Yaga isn't my real mother? It never occurred to you that Grandmother Raven has children too? She sent me because she knew you would fail. She sent me to finish the job, whatever the cost.
Silly Raven. Always so predictable. I was wondering how long it would take for her to finally show her hand. I knew you two were the key. Now, with this dear child bound to my will, I have access to the answers I seek. Let time be restored. I care not for such trivialities. At long last, I have the key to reclaiming my heart. And then you will witness the power, the glory, the sheer beauty of unlimited chaos.
As you collect the Eye of History, it dissolves the final shadow ray that was projected into the sands of time. As the sands of time reset, you feel a sense of relief, but also a profound sadness. At the moment, however, it seems there's little you can do, but return to the Chronoverge and report to Chronomancer Tyrell.
You did it! The sands of time have reset and begun flowing in the proper direction. But where's Mallory? Oh, dear. I'm so sorry. I will not ask you to recount the experience nor meddle in your affairs. In truth, I have more than enough to worry about myself. After what happened here, rebuilding the Order of the Chronomancers is a daunting task, though one I must undertake nonetheless. I hope we've seen the last of this cabal. But I suspect they will surface again elsewhere with more dark plans. In the meantime, I might ask one favor. If you could simply report back to Santiago before you leave Mirage, I would be grateful.
Strangely enough, it seems the alchemist Santiago is nowhere to be found. Perhaps you should ask Birdie where he went.
Oh my goodness, look at you! Yet another stunning outfit! Just breathe, Birdie, just breathe. At any rate, it's fabulous to see you. Oh, you're looking for Santiago? Now where did that tired nomad get off to? Oh, yes, he said he had some wandering to do, but he left a message. He said to thank you for helping with something time-consuming, I think? But he wanted to express his gratitude. He said you should report back to your friends at the Parkenon. No, it was Arcanum. Yes, sounds like a fancy place. Do take care.
You! I've been looking for you, understudy, leaving pages all flipped in the schism reading room. Must I always go around tidying up after you? The scholars may think you're the latest and greatest, but I've been around the bookcase a few times, and I see the truth.
Oh, do restrain yourself, Fitzhume. The understudy has dealt with enough controversy of late, and fared well, I might add. To say we were relieved to learn the sands of time had been reset would be an understatement. Your achievement today will not be forgotten.
Indeed, I was feeling overjoyed when the news of your success arrived. It's past now. I will, of course, expect a full report at some point. At the present, however, I suggest that returning the Eye of History to Old Bartleby should take precedence.
You do remember Grandfather Tree, don't you? Or did you forget again?
Shut up, Fitzhume. Go see Bartleby, Wizard. We'll be in touch.
Oh, hello, young wizard. There's some reason I hope to see you, but I can't recall. You have my eye? Oh, yes. I would very much like that. Now that is a strange sensation. A flood of memories flows back into my leaves. Yes, it's coming back. Something very important. Thank you, wizard. I must beg your pardon, however. I need time to myself. Time to remember. Time to remember everything.